Like Meeks has been in here.
10 as well.
So, Cisco Face. Last time, what are you doing, Jasper? What are you doing? So anyway, Terminator 2,
Yep.
such as that was. The time before that, though, Lethal Ninja, Shelf of Thing, my choice.
Yes. Pressure's on.
So your choice this time, and obviously a lot to choose from. Let's try and, stay away from over here for now. I'm sure it's all fine. Have you got anything in mind? What are you after?
Yeah, well, I thought I'm just ploughing on with my, DVD of awesomeness that brought us Eliminators
And Arena.
and Arena. I'm sure there was gold on there, so I seem to recall something about Carrie Fisher being in one of them. So.
Yeah, you chose Denise Crosby instead of Carrie Fisher, which is
I know,
fine. You can go Star Trek over Star Wars. That's absolutely fine.
You can go Star Trek over Star Wars, but you really shouldn't go Denise Crosby over Carrie Fisher.
You're talking a lot about Carrie Fisher. Are we going back to The Thing?
We are. And wasn't that up here?
Well,
I remember leaving it up here.
Well, you kept grabbing it far too easily, and I knew you'd go back to it eventually, so it's a little further down. Hey, I didn't put it in the middle.
Yeah.
Here's the thing, right? This film will now be the answer to the question, what else was Carrie Fisher in?
That is true.
Oh, I bet that tastes good. So, America 3000 or The Time Guardian, Cisco? What can tempt you the most?
I mean, here's the thing, because Time Guardian looks very post-apocalyptic, and that could be funny, but you know what? I'm going to go with the Time Guardian because, the star power. In the year 4039, as the human race nears extinction.
4039.
Under the rule of beast-like creatures.
I think you have to do the rest of the tune now. Come on, we've started. I think you have to continue the bit.
I can't do that.
You can,
Under
and you
the
should.
rule of beast-like creatures.
Yes, this is it. This is happening.
An entire city travels through time in hopes of evading capture and forever changing the future. And that's it.
I mean,
I lost the music because in the year 2929, if man is still alive,
which doesn't rhyme
survive.
with 9.
It's also 2525.
Yeah, still alive does not rhyme with 9. The Time Guardian. Time is just about the only thing he won't waste.
Oh no. There's a picture. What? This is Carrie Fisher.
Carrie Fisher, the Time Guardian. All right, Carrie, what you got? Oh.
Smooth.
35 seconds of you grooming yourself, Jasper. In a big ball. Ooh! Okay, the Time Guardian.
Real horrible stock explosion.
Hey, Dean Stockwell, I recognize that name.
Go on, Al.
Carrie
Oh, you don't
Fisher.
recognize that one, though. Right?
By the
Oh,
year
shit.
4039,
Okay.
Earth was a scarred and desolate battlefield.
I bet.
Hordes of armored robots created by man in the previous century were sweeping the planet, brutally destroying everything in their path and threatening mankind.
But they didn't in the previous century when they were
One
made?
city attempted to escape their onslaught by unraveling the secrets of time and traveling back in a desperate search for a safer age. They succeeded, and time was their friend, until the arrival yet again of their relentless enemy.
What? Oh, okay. That's a hand.
So they went back in time and just lived until the robots were made again?
Oh my god.
It's Super Shredder.
I assume they're moving the city in time and then the robots find them again.
But according to the opening crawl, they'd already moved in time.
Yes, several
They're moving
times.
again now.
So yeah, I'm assuming every time they move, the robots find them.
Oh, here we go.
Okay, so
Modern day 88.
so that's probably
That's it for your sci-fi.
yeah.
For the ride.
Anytime. Maybe see you around.
Geez, I'd rather be under her than this bloody truck.
Ugh.
What? So, why? What? The fuck?
See,
Where'd you go? No, hang on, Roy. I'm your mate, remember? No.
what are you doing?
I don't like you.
What?
This time, Jake, keep your bloody mouth shut.
What?
Yeah, take this.
Oh no. So the city isn't in the past?
The city, I think, is currently out of time.
Wish this film was out of time. What? What are we watching?
Wasn't there like 3 spheres, but for that the others used to travel, or something?
What are they doing? What's happening?
I like the fact the opening text crawl didn't explain anything.
No, and the back of the box explains something completely different. I don't know what they're doing. That's the problem. I don't know what
yeah.
anybody is doing or
They have
why.
not explained why they went back to time. They've not explained how come the Aborigines tribe knows they're there, but my assumption is it's been happening for a long time.
What is happening?
Let's go.
You never explained anything to her
I'll be back as fast as I can.
or us. We don't know what's going on.
And Carrie Fisher's on holiday.
He's dead. Electrocution.
Well, we'll have to take him with us.
Have to take him with us and hand him in.
Police, I suppose.
Well, why you not just tell him where he is?
No, let's carry him with us. Come on.
Bloody hell. Coonhan.
Why did you put him in the back of your fucking truck?
Move from you, shit for brains.
Okay, that was a scene.
But
What?
you got.
You take credit cards, don't you?
Cash.
What?
Well, that's a good reason for the police to arrest him.
Why did you give him a gun? If you're just gonna do that.
Oh.
What is this film? Fuck this film.
Okay, that happened.
And left one of his boots somehow. Don't. What?
Is he going to taste it?
No, even this film couldn't be that fucking stupid. What? He dipped his finger in the blood and then rubbed it around in broken glass. You know, as you do. Why do they care so much? Why is any of this happening? What am I watching now? What was that? Why is he crying?
Well, he was trying to remove the time thing.
What? Why? Well, that was stupid, wasn't it? Remember the gun you have?
Do you remember the stories I told you? Take the beam accelerator from the line. Remember your training.
Remember when I trained you to put your hands in the thing?
Test of courage.
No. What?
What?
He wasn't courageous enough, that's why he cried.
Hang on, old man.
Fuck this film. Where are you going? Go and get your fucking gun. You've run miles away now. What? What was the point of any of that? You heap of shit. Where's the city going now? Is it going further back in time? I hate this film. I fucking hate this film.
It was shit. I know exactly what fucking shelf this is going on.
This was worse than Arena. The film vastly underperformed at the box office and was poorly received by critics. No shit!
It's terrible.
It's one of the worst things I've ever seen.
Right.
Oh, new chair, check it out. It's amazing.
You're gonna regret that.
Woo! Why?
Because now we have to line everything back up again.
Yeah, it's done.
Oh, where's Lethal Ninja?
Spoilers. Spoilers. Okay, well, the time guard.
Nope. America 3000.
America 3000.
You coming?
America 3000! Please be better than the Time Guardian.
It's okay. The start has given me horrible nymphoid barbarian flashbacks.
Whoa. Is it? Is it?
It's an interesting music choice.
Alright, we can rock out now.
We can rock out to slaves being dragged
I think that's
places.
their biggest name, by the way. Loren Landon.
William Wallace.
He's not the Messiah, he's a very naughty boy.
Oh my god.
Oh, straight out of
But-
Nymphoid.
Yeah. You do have to say there is world building in this.
Seriously, the soundtrack, what the hell? Yay, Menahem Golem. What have you brought for us today, Menahem?
Determined to free ourselves from the Frowns, we banded together in the Contents. We built our own comb out of pieces of a Newt Mercan's base called Camp Reagan.
Fair enough.
I never did figure out what a Reagan was.
Yoink!
Why is that funny that he runs in and nicks a chicken? No, that's fucking hilarious.
While back at the comb, things were going on as usual.
Whoa!
Trying to survive a meeting with Arg the Awful.
Arg the
Fallout
Awful.
from the great news forced Arg to take a detour from the human race. Let's run the scan on him. Who is Naggy gonna find a way back?
Speak to him in Wookiee. That's how you get out of this. We've seen it.
Yeah. Oh!
Not a dummy.
Oh, he's playing with a skull as well. Damn it!
Again, you tried to make a
I
comment.
know, I
and
tried
the
to make
movie
a comment. The movie's
explained it.
fucking too smart for me.
Oh, shit, what are you force feeding her? For a stab wound?
Every time you criticize the film, it does like it's waiting for it. Look, there's even more coming in. He is the most unthreatening mutant ever. He's just happy all the time.
My break was over. Time to get back to work.
Hot. The fuck?
That's not going to work if they see you.
Yeah.
He did have the book.
There you go.
He was saved by the ABCs. Oh my god.
From that moment on, I gained a new respect for the written word.
Even a joke.
And glittery costumes?
Gonna go to the disco? His love of reading is going to help him figure out how to use a gun. And that was set up with him reading the ABCs.
It's a very simplistic, which is good for him.
Guns tend to be simplistic because, you know, you don't want to make
Step
your weapons
one.
too difficult.
Pull the trigger.
Oh, look at that.
It's got a handy picture.
The sealer.
In his locker. Oh look, it's Gold the Cat. Oh no!
no,
He's gonna
Gold-
give that to the Wookiee. The Wookiee's gonna dance around with that, isn't
I
he?
can't wait for that. I hope that's true.
Oh, I can totally see that happening. That's happening.
I want that to happen.
Now trot it out of here.
Your cart.
Your card. President Maggie needed.
It's like a no. It's like a real film, Cisco. I don't know what to tell you.
Here's the other thing.
How the fuck is this on the same
He just
box?
learned all the political, stuff behind the thing for the females, including that her best friend, Rita's best friend, is off to get pregnant, and
President.
But how the fuck did this end up on the same box? The same box as Eliminators and Arena and the Time Guardian?
oh well, no. You got it right at the end. The movie gave you what you wanted.
The last possible second. That was weird, but fine. The problem is, it was fine. It was just a movie. It was fine.
It was a movie.
Steve Malovic. Could be awful.
Right, effect.
Okay.
Don't judge me.
Where did that come from?
Well, because obviously, everyone will judge.
Judge me?
Well, because everyone judges me because I always pick dragon things and
Yes,
that.
but at least it's a joke, isn't it?
Oh yeah, because we're not watching now, are we? Fuck.
Okay, so it was fine. It was fine. It's fine. It's fine. So it's fine. So America 3.
Fuck it. Hell comes to Frogtown.
Save us, Rowdy Roddy Piper. You've seen this before.
When I was like 12.
Rowdy! Let's get rowdy.
Over here. This is Sentinella. Watch him for me, Corporal.
Will the driver of the APC please clear the runway immediately?
I'm not going in that.
You don't ride, we'll drag you on a chain. Get in, stud.
Your equipment. Take good care of him. There aren't many like him left.
What?
Let's hope she doesn't need them. Let's hope they're literally just for show.
You look good.
Shall we?
They were just they were plain glasses, it's fine. So what's the plan here? He's going to walk into Frogtown.
I think he's trying to sell her as a slave?
That wouldn't work too well if his crotch starts going mental as soon as she moves away from him. Was this before or after they live? Out of curiosity.
I don't know. He was a better actor in They Live. Or give a better performance.
Well, to be fair, he's in this. What do you want from this?
It wasn't bad enough that we...
Sure.
What?
You heard the man.
Also, he didn't tie her. She just looped that round twice. She could literally just walk away.
You could just unloop it, yeah. Like that.
You don't even need to unloop it. You could have just walked away. Okay.
They have katanas. For some reason.
What is that?
It's the ECR. Spangle gets out of range, it's gonna explode.
Saved by the
I know a shortcut
bomb.
to Tunnel 43.
The crotch bomb.
Go on without me.
Where?
That's one way to get her out of the scene.
What do you mean? It was perfectly valid. She falls over into some trash, and it's like, go
tangled
that way.
up in wires. You go on without me. It's a weird film. And honestly, it looks like it would have been on a Saturday evening. That's why I mean it's very, very, very tame. This feels like a Saturday afternoon TV film.
You've only had literally the only one set of boobs.
All right.
Was that to imply he shot that through him?
She's literally the only one that's got her boobs out in this movie. And that's as far as it went.
That's what I mean. It's incredibly tame
And
in
he wasn't-
almost every way. That was cheap, but okay.
You okay?
Help me up.
You boys are gonna eat dirt or lead? Wise choice.
Do you know what I mean? It's so tame. The film is the tamest thing ever. This is the 80s. Let's get some fucking explosions and guts and head popping.
Not yet, Wardy. No!
I know you saw this as a kid.
Yeah.
How much of this are you remembering? Because
None of it.
Not
None
a
of
lot
it.
is
I vaguely
happening.
remember the dance of the three snakes. I oddly remembered the scene where he really wasn't happy having to have sex with the woman. And the implication that it was actually he was being nice. I don't remember any of this.
I'm just shocked that more action and more everything happens in Cyborg 3. I'm shocked.
I'm shocked that America 3000 does this better in every way.
I know.
It's okay, I'm just glad we're doing this in this one, because if we'd waited to do this for it by itself, I think I would have been so incredibly disappointed.
Well, that happens when you watch something as a kid.
Yeah, but Space Raiders and Battle Beyond the Stars were
They
great.
hold up, they hold up, they do.
That
hold
being
up.
said, Ice Pirates, it's fairly, I mean, not actually as disappointing as this, but not as good as I remembered.
Same year as They Live.
Yeah. But They Live is a genuinely good movie.
Yeah.
We're gonna make it.
To where?
Oh, William Thingy's about to get blown up, isn't he?
I would have thought so.
That's the comedy beat that you have. Is
Why are you hitting the brakes? It missed.
yeah, you want to keep going. It's
Why did you stop? That's incredibly unlikely that it would have landed like that, but okay. So they shot it, and it just sort of went and fell apart. Just don't fire.
just fire it.
Let's see some explosions instead of explosions off screen.
You want to live? Run!
Why?
Not you, Tony. We're going down together.
Well, you've got to give us this one. You haven't given us anything else throughout the film. Like I said, they never even fired the shotguns. What's happening, Cisco?
I don't know.
What is happening in your film? Oh, we didn't even get a good dummy.
No.
Just cut to showing the floor, and have him go. I died. We didn't even get to see him fall. It's the tamest movie. Everything is so tame. The tamest movie. The rocket launcher didn't even fire.
I do love the fact that he just it's just kind of annoying to him.
There was your movie, Cisco, that you remembered so.
We should have stopped at Count Sodom. Oh dear.
Yeah.
We should have stopped at America 3000.
But you remembered this so fondly from your childhood.
I know.
Maybe it plays better to kids because it's the tamest movie. You can't say this is an adult film.
Like,
it's so tame. Cyborg 3 had more of everything.
Here's the thing, like with the concept they've got, why just go fucking hellbent for leather? You've already got...
It's a full exploitation film.
You've thrown... well, I don't necessarily mean on the sex, but on like everything else, why not just go
Violence,
for it?
explosions.
Yeah.
It's the tamest. Everything. This is Saturday afternoon TV movie of the week for kids. So it pretends to be like super adult, but it's clearly the tamest because you need to keep it kid friendly.
The trailers for this were really kind of misleading as well. Because I was expecting schlockfest, explosions, guns, violence,
1980
stupid, insane plot,
grindhouse exploitation film. Blood, guts, sex, boobs, the lot. And fucking frog costumes to boot, where you're blowing up green frog men left and right, everywhere, just Unfortunately, it's far too tame for that because it has to go on Saturday afternoon for the grandparents and the kids to watch. Grandparents and grandkids together.
Well, fuck.
It's fine. It's all fine. Yeah, you can do the clappy one.
Ow!
So
okay, that's
the fuck?
No. No. Fucking no. Two movies, two no's. No.
Are we still doing the Halloween episode?
Yeah, in October.
But it is October.
Hack-o'-lantern. Let's go.
Hack-o'-lantern!
Cummins.
It's a good job it's a good film because this opening is boring as fuck. Quick, Meeks, say something inappropriate that I can cut to.
Like what?
Nice one, Meeks.
Dick.
Sure. Dick.
Dick. Dick. That just sounds like we're calling the producers dicks.
Maybe they will.
I'm sure Shiv is not a dick.
Raj, you dick.
God, that Mundra, like, appears quite a bit, doesn't it?
Well, he did make it.
Yeah.
Here we go. Amazing. Like, what is he? Spoilers, I know he's Satanist. Shh. But what is he in his day-to-day life? Because he just has a fuck. Is he a pumpkin farmer?
Maybe he is.
I don't think it's ever mentioned, is it?
Nothing can keep me from seeing you on this, the grandest day of the year.
I love his accent. His accents throughout this.
Take your pick of the pants.
Pants.
That one. Please, just let it go. I'll tell him not to come around here ananymore.
Tried that once. It don't work.
tell him again. Bill, not tonight.
The lighting's
Please.
all over the fucking shop.
Yeah.
Halloween.
Damn it, woman. Your father needs
Damn it, woman. I am acting and emoting.
So I'm gonna go talk to the man and get this done with.
Damn it, woman.
That was too emotive, damn it. Damn it, woman.
Private property.
Now, you'll never have to worry about Tommy again.
Damn, that's some deep eyeliner he's wearing right there, isn't it?
Burn in hell, Bill.
Yeah. I don't know why, I swear he went, burn in hell, bitch. I didn't realise he said Bill.
I mean, you clearly did. He's amazing. And I also don't know the character's name. I think he's just called Grandpa.
Is he watching?
Yeah, like...
You got the...
Are they just like next door neighbors? Like
did he drive to the barn next to them? That is American Sign Language for I love you.
They just love each other very much.
Mm-hmm. Get your foot off the back of the van there, Tommy. New.
Oh, he doesn't get a pumpkin this time?
He's too old for pumpkins.
Are you ready for this? This is masterful camera work. Watch. What is that? What? What was that?
He's going very fast for no reason.
He's got pumpkins to deliver, damn it.
It's my mom. Ever since my father died on Halloween night, this day seems to really affect her.
I don't know
I
why.
wonder why.
Couldn't figure out how or why.
Poor woman.
Her husband was murdered by her father on Halloween, and for some reason, she has a thing about Halloween.
Living right here in this house, huh?
It's playing as YMCA.
I can hear nothing anymore.
Okay.
Yes! PC LaCroix.
Oh, she can shoot lasers.
She's got lasers.
She's got Halloween shop prop lasers. Look. Is it a dream?
Is he supposed to be having an orgasm? Because he's acting very weirdly in the real world.
So he put Devil's Son on, immediately fell asleep and or came.
Yes.
I'm not sure which.
Yeah.
Look at that very real tattoo. Very
totally
real.
not drawn with a Sharpie. That's a fire hazard.
But wait for his reaction, it's amazing.
There's some colourful jars. Oh, and there's a jar with a baby in it?
Christ, Tommy. Now I know why Mom's so worried about you spending time with Grandpa.
So
What?
the entire family knows he's a Satanist, knows he's into all this stuff. I'm like, now I know why she was worried about you hanging around with Grandpa. You started making shrines to Satan. Ugh. Oops. He hasn't sold a single fucking pumpkin.
Yeah.
Give him some new search and seizure technique. Please.
Oh, cameraman, you scared us.
You scare me half to death. Please don't ever do that again.
It's only half rubbed off now.
Well. Roger Drendel, my grandson in uniform. Ain't you the good two shoes
Ain't you good?
I say, damn your job. If it means your grandpa can't have any fun on Halloween.
Somehow I'm relieved. What's up, Raj?
Hey, dude.
Oh.
What's up, bro?
What?
Is it just me? Or,
Yeah.
What the fuck?
What the hell?
It's so he could smash the can on it. Okay.
Oh no.
I was very baffled as to why the hat was so high.
We have to continue not doing anything with these streamers.
And fix that hair or something.
What's wrong with it?
Fix it.
Makes us furious at that line.
There's nothing wrong with his hair, though.
Oh, that okay.
What?
Wait, what?
So that's quick.
Smash cut to the Asian girl was to imply time has passed. I think.
But they're still putting the
They're still
exact
putting the
same
exact same,
decorations
yeah.
Are
up.
they gonna kiss? I thought he was gonna kiss her then.
Oh no, the tan line makes them look angry.
I was gonna say that. Yeah.
Those are angry boobs.
Also, she's pretty naked. Is there any point?
I can't even show that joke. I can't show it. Oh, those are angry boobs, I'm telling you.
Oh, so it was supposed to be a mark, not even a tattoo.
Wait, what?
Okay, thanks
that's
for coming.
It's actually just a stamp.
What kind of Halloween party is this? Where there's just a full frontal stripper.
Yeah.
And a guy sniffing her undies.
And the drummer going to town.
What is happening?
I'm just a conservative girl.
So, is this meant to be stand-up comedy? Now?
And what's the deal with airline food?
This is more confusing than the stripper, to be honest.
What?
Now the hunters are coming all around him. He's really scared now.
I forgot.
We took it yesterday because we look exactly the same.
Anyway, let's get back to you and Roger. So,
Roger, I don't know why I kept on calling him Robbie.
where did you guys?
What?
Have you fucked my bro?
What? Smash cut like that?
Right there on
Why
that grave.
would you-
That is where I
why?
fucked your brother.
I hadn't finished my fucking sentence. Of hey, tell me, did you fuck my brother?
This is when
Smash
we
cut
did
to
it.
yeah, right there. See that grave?
Take me to where you fucked my brother. I just need to
Your
know.
brother's ass.
This is cute, Beth.
You know those men like them hard and firm. So tighten it up.
What? What?
What?
What? What?
Wait, what? What happened?
Oh,
Okay.
Oh. Clearly a person. Definitely not a mattress or something.
Oh no, my ketchup.
I'm Batman.
Do you love the fact that Tommy did literally nothing in this film?
He was just there.
As almost, you could say he was almost the
I'm about to
protagonist.
say there isn't actually a protagonist of this movie.
He's the closest, and he does literally nothing.
Yeah, I assume so.
But
She's
that
killed all
one
the-
doesn't make any sense at all.
Well, she killed all the partners, didn't she?
Yeah,
Yes.
but
the boyfriend.
that one makes no sense because
together.
if the granddad was the one that killed her, it would sort of make some sense. But if she killed her, it makes no sense. Nothing makes sense in this film.
Oh, then we're gonna have the reveal of the brother. Yeah, there you go.
We welcome the night.
Sure. And nothing happened.
No conclusion of nothing.
But here's the thing: was Hyde Pike technically killed?
Literally, Grandpa. He doesn't have a name.
he technically killed the husband.
Yeah.
But during the day of all the murders, they didn't actually kill anybody or commit any crimes.
Gay Norris.
Oh, grow up, Meeks.
Ah! What the fuck? Piece of shit.
He's so rude.
So rude.
Oh, spoopy.
Very spoopy.
Look at these pants. These are like spoopy pants. They're all frayed and fallen to bits, and they got holes in them that you can't quite see on the camera for reasons. Ooh, spoopy. Yes. The interns have gone off trick-or-treating. They will be back when either their goodie bags are full or Meeks gets too scared.
Yeah.
Speaking of scared, did you do this?
New.
Spoopy. Hack-o'-lantern. Ooh. Oh.
Oh, yes.
That's super spoopy.
Mine is way over here.
That's so spoopy. Now, oh dear.
That's mine. Look at how spoopy that is, and oh dear. I'm just advertising.
You have just lost us the Pepsi sponsorship. I hope you realise that. It's nice. Are you here now? Right, so this episode did not go as intended.
No.
Time Guardian, Hell Comes to Frogtown, America 3000. You seem to have a bit of a breakdown, Cisco.
Well, it's not fun in any way. Boring, incomprehensible, awful crap. The story is boring, the acting is terrible. Something with the big gun that they've had, she jumps at it and has her back snapped. Top billed, pretty much, he's one of the first names there. He's in like 2 or 3 scenes. Quite literally, I have nothing left to say about the Time Guardian. We've said it all. It's dull, it's shit. But that also came to the end of, well, we're not really going to have that much to say on that. And I went, it's kind of similar to Hell Comes to Frogtown, so let's just do a third.
Cisco's beloved movie that he remembers fondly from his childhood.
I bought the fucking Blu-ray of, because I remembered it being hilarious. I mean, I think we need to actually go into a little bit of deep detail on both America 3000 and Hell Comes to Frogtown.
I don't think we do, quite frankly. I don't think we have the time. How long is this episode going to be?
We should at least briefly summarise the plot.
I can't. There is no story. And as
That's
I've said
I meant
this,
America 3000. I can summarise the plot of that because I know what it was. The movie told me. It was very kind. It told me what the plot was, and every time I had a question, it explained the answer. The language is all changed, and like nuke is to kill, and there's lots of...
Hey, you were the one who said you didn't want to have to try and explain the nice little movie, and here you're going explaining it. How long have we waited to get to this?
We at least need to express the disappointment in Hell Comes to Frogtown.
You do, because you loved the film, and you told me it was going to be amazing.
Yeah,
and you had
Hell Comes to Frogtown.
amazing memories of it.
Hell Comes to Frogtown stars Roddy Piper, who is also in They Live, which is a really good movie. He's a He's Sam Hell. He's one of the only few remaining fertile men, and he basically has a catastrophic dog, which properly goes over his penis, and is sent on a mission to find some fertile women and fertilize them. Now, that doesn't take he's going to a post-apocalyptic hellscape with frogs, but it's incredibly incredibly there's one douche on the thing. There's lots of very fire into the that really annoys you because it's shown in several scenes where he has 25 minutes and that's the episode of as a girl fighting. Yes, so the website is funny. None of the jokes is funny because all the humor is very puerile and steamer, and none of the jokes are funny, and none of the failures of the movie are funny. Everything I read it from, but maybe because I watched it. I thought it was
You really need to stop trying to make Hell Comes to Frogtown happen. It's not going to happen. We're not here to talk about this.
It has happened.
I know you're angry, but we're not here to talk about that.
So yes, we were good. Well, and then we moved on to Hack-O-Lantern.
Now, I don't want any of you to think that this was all one long-running joke. This wasn't. I swear to God, we were going to do the regular episodes.
It was going to be a regular episode.
And it
then
kept
it was going
going,
to be a double
and it
movie
kept
episode.
going, and it kept going, and then suddenly, hey, it's f***ing October. What can we do to save the episode? The answer would be nothing if we didn't take it away from Cisco's choices, and thus Hack-O-Lantern. Something that we've seen before that I do kind of love, honestly. And yeah, it's around spoopy season, so why not do a spoopy movie?
Yeah, we can do spoopy.
And here we go. So, Hack-O-Lantern, let's see if I can get all these. Also known as Death Mask, The Damning, Satan's Rebirth, Spirits of Halloween, Halloween Night. Oh, come on, I know there's at least one more. No, I can't remember the last one. It's a 1988, I can't really call it a horror, slasher film by Jagmohan Mundra, hereafter called and as listed Jag Mundra, starring High Pike, who is the MVP for this.
He's awesome. Gregory
Scott Cummings, who, in our opinion, is a little, or at least looks a little too old for the part he's playing.
Yep.
And a whole host of other people that I don't remember the names of.
Nope.
No offense to any of them. You're all amazing.
What's up, Raj? Hey, dude.
Oh,
How's it
what's
going?
up, bro?
Is it just me or
Yeah.
what the fuck? Oh hell! It's so he could smash the can on it. Okay.
Oh no.
I was very baffled as to why the hat was so high.
There is no story, but things happen. So, High Pike, who was just known as Grandpa, he doesn't have another name, is a Satanist cult leader, maybe. And he
definitely.
And he has 3 grandchildren, one of which, it is heavily implied, if not stated, is his incest baby. He is, oh my God, future is calling. He's grandfather and grandfather. Shh, that's nothing to do with the Christmas episode. That hasn't happened yet. Anyway, he starts killing people who interfere with whatever his plan for this incest baby is. Not a lot happens. A Halloween party is planned. Grandpa kills anybody who gets in the way of his plan, until somebody saw Friday the 13th and then swerve it was the mother killing everybody all along. There is a time jump when Tommy goes from like 10 to 45 years old, although we think he's supposed to, I don't think it's ever stated, but we think he's supposed to be about 20, 21 maybe,
Well,
and his younger brother's like 18 or something.
They do say it was 13 years since, because it was the first.
Yeah, but we
killing
don't know
was the
how old
dad,
he was.
and it was 13 years. He looked around 10, so
13
you could say
years.
23,
At most, even though he's clearly,
35
to 45, yeah. And that's literally the story. There isn't actually a story.
Everything happens in one day. It's Halloween, and everything happens in that day. So when you hear, when you're watching it, you've got to think everything is occurring within the space of hours. People are meeting, fucking, being murdered, and then going to a party after they've just fucked on a corpse. All in the space of a couple of hours.
And obviously RoboWar was a complete rip-off of Predator, only it had Red Brown.
Yeah.
I bet you didn't think you'd ever miss Red Brown.
I forgot who Red Brown is, to be honest.
You're a credit to this panel here, Meeks. It's always good to have you on the show.
Oh, thanks.
Oh, my point was, right, So, Jack-o'-lantern isn't smart.
No.
It's not clever. It's not particularly well made. But it's an absolute joy because everything about it is just weird. Everything is off. And nothing is more off than, you know, Mr. High Pike here, who is the only person listed on the front. And he is the MVP of this movie. Grandpa, not ever given a name. He's amazing. His accent and dialogue is delivered in what I like to say the Southern Belle to drag queen spectrum. Would you like to give it a try?
Oh. We don't like strangers around these parts, or
We don't like trespassers here.
Don't like trespassers here.
You listen to me, old man. Not as big a problem as you're gonna have. I say, damn your job. If it means your grandpa can't have any fun on Halloween.
we don't like nosy people around these parts. I can't.
You can't do a Pike.
He's absolutely
he's absolutely amazing in every scene he's in. He's just going mental, and everybody else is quite muted performance-wise, which makes him stand out even more. Except maybe Tommy. And one of the everything about it is weird, including the scene where Tommy stares directly into the camera for no reason. As if it was like a reveal of his character was being introduced, but he wasn't, because he's introduced lying on the bed, which is far too small, which is also weird.
Yeah.
It's like they didn't have any sets, so it's just someone's house, and they didn't have any props for his bedroom. So it's a bare mattress lying on a frame on the floor with just some dirty clothes thrown around and a couple of posters. That's his bedroom.
Yeah.
But everybody, like I said, everything is weird and everything is off. So everything everybody says is weird and off. Everything everybody does is weird and off.
Well, Grandpa spends the entire movie driving around the town. When he's not doing the devil-worshipping cult thing, he's driving around with pumpkins in his truck, but he never delivers them anywhere, and he doesn't seem to be doing anything. He occasionally talks to people to try and establish that he might be the murderer.
Even though it makes no sense.
Even though it makes no sense. Because the first victim is one of his cult. We're fairly certain, because she's got the cult tattoo on her ass.
She's
which
got
is
a
drawn
branding.
in Sharpie, and when she swims in the pool, she gets out the other end. You can see it's mostly washed off. Yeah, so it doesn't make sense that he would kill her at all, and it doesn't make sense that he would kill the boyfriend, because he didn't even know I suppose the boyfriend was slightly rude to him.
Not really. Yeah, so when we're saying everything just feels weird and off, like Siska said, they want some sort of mystery and who done it. Who's the masked murderer? So to try and imply that it's him, they literally made a scene where he shows up to speak to his granddaughter. I've already forgotten her name. Vera,
yeah, something like that.
He shows up to speak to his granddaughter and says he's got something for her, doesn't have anything for her. The boyfriend says, "Is this guy bothering you?" And she's like, "Oh no, it's my grandfather." And he's like, "Oh boy." And then he leaves. That character, the boyfriend, dies shortly thereafter that. So that entire scene was only there, even though it doesn't make any sense, was only there so you can go, oh, maybe the grandfather killed him. Even though, him being there made no sense at all. And they seem to do that each time.
Yeah, every scene was there that was there to sort of like suggest somebody could be the murderer.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't really have enough of a reason. It didn't fit into a plot line, so it kind of jarred, and you could see that was their intent was to throw suspicion on this character and this character.
That's literally why, why that scene was filmed at all.
It's worth saying that the killer's wearing a mask. Tommy is shown holding one of the masks at one point. The masks are the masks that the devil worshippers apparently use.
Apparently,
there's a few of them around. This is another important point in the movie is It's set. I mean, it's filmed. It was recorded during the era of the Satanic Panic. So like 80s to 90s,
Yeah.
there was a huge like thing in America about Satanism and death cults and all this. And it's kind of established through the movie that everybody knows the grandpa is a Satanist and part of a cult, and nobody gives a shit.
No one in the town
Nobody
cares.
in this small rural town America cares that there's a giant satanic cult on their doorstep.
Takes him through. Oh, hey, celebrity cameo. Is Jasper sitting on me and you're all jealous? You want to sit on us? Don't knock all the very expensive props off, Dan. They're very expensive. You just want to be part of the show. Bring in the fan favorite. There you go.
There we go.
Smooth, Dan.
Smooth. Okay. Well, he's just it's part of the aesthetic.
This recording session is going very well. Spoopy pants. Oh no, that's not as ripped as it should be. We tore these. Oh, spoopy. Look, it's got holes in it. Anyway, so as I was saying before the fan favorite arrived and Jasper ran off in a huff, his brother Roger asks him, when are you going to do something, or why don't you do something meaningful with your life? And he says to Roger, what makes you think I'm not? He then takes him to a cupboard. So he has a little shrine set up to Satan. There's babies in jars, and there's a pentagram, and there's knives, and there's blood and everything. And instead of freaking out because this is satanic panic, people should look at that around this time and just go, Roger just goes, oh, now I know why Mom is so worried about you hanging around with Grandpa. Because everyone knows Grandpa's a Satanist, and nobody gives a shit. They have their little Satanist meeting every full moon or whatever. We don't mind. Live and let live. That's what small town America says.
Now I know why Mom's so worried about you spending time with Grandpa.
I can move back to almost be a little sender now. Oh, are you back? I blame Meeks for this entire episode.
I love you, Ten, but I don't know what you want, and you're not getting it.
Whatever it is.
Not right now.
So whenever you're ready.
So then I put the spoon down, and then I got the fuck out of there.
Oh, Meeks, you're 100% in shot.
Shit. Sorry.
I pan over to show that Danny's also here, and there's just Meeks down there going. Big grin on his face.
And your line back should be like saying, what about the sheep?
Specifically. You can say anything you want, really.
I'm waiting for him to stop laughing now. I mean, I'm telling a funny story, so him laughing is laughing.
Whenever you're ready, guys.
10 tonight.
What about the sheep, Danny?
What about them sheep? Where's the sheep from?
The outtakes, by the way, they're only supposed to be a few seconds, and this is 2 minutes.
all jokes aside, right? What's the spoon and the sheep got to do with it?
Nothing.
Literally nothing, Meeks. It's irrelevant.
It's made up. It's just me telling the end of a funny story and him asking a question.
A personal question.
So then I cleaned the fork, put it down, and got the fuck out of there.
But what about the sheep?
It was fine.
Sometime this evening.
I was thought I was going to come in when you were talking about Rubik's Cube.
What? No.
You just come in saying like, oh, I've been practicing. I've got fast.
You ready? You ready? So then.
But the sheep.
So, as Cisco mentioned briefly earlier, there is a party. The one thing I want to say, though, is even the party itself plays heavily into the themes of this movie, which are nothing makes sense and everything's just really weird.
What did it add to the film or the story?
Runtime, Danny. It added runtime.
The Halloween party has a live band, a stripper, and a belly dancer so far. A chunky guy in a coconut bra.
Woo. So, as has already been stated, the entire film takes place over a single day, which is Halloween, which is why one of the alternate titles was Halloween Night. We're told early on that there's a party that night for Halloween, and you get the impression that everything is building to this party because that's where it's going. The party is actually very inconsequential to everything, but for the most part, the characters do converge there.
Yeah.
Even if it's in the weirdest, most inexplicable way. Where do we start with the party?
I think the thing with the party is that it's.
I feel like it's Lethal Ninja again, and we go, where do we start with the funeral?
So I mean,
come on, Cisco, tell us about the party.
So, I mean, they're setting the party up the entire day, except for Roger, who takes Beth off on his bike and then has sex on a freshly dug grave.
Yeah, let's just do it, disrespectfully, over these dead bodies.
No, fuck it, let's do it on top of a grave.
That one looks like a freshly
dug grave.
A
badly filled grave.
It's very competent, those bits.
Sorry, I'm just thinking of how I'm going to edit this into any sort of coherent
I don't know, but, that's your problem.
Jeez, I mean...
I don't know. Do we want to?
Should I edit this entire thing out of order?
Yeah, actually, as a tribute to this, just you're cut in with the 60-second review, halfway.
To do that, we'll have to swap sides and stuff.
And we can start.
To be out of place.
We can start with ourselves giving ourselves saying whether it goes on the shuffle thing or whatnot.
We keep calling her the stripper. The woman who comes down the stairs, doesn't go onto a stage and just wanders through the people, who takes all of her clothes off, full nude stripper at this party, in the scene before that, is getting a stamp put on her butt because, and we referred to her as angry boobs.
Because her boobs look angry.
We can't even show that
She's
joke
got
on
tan
YouTube.
lines, but they just make her. She got angry boobs. The tan lines make her boobs look like angry eyes.
It's clearly the same actress. She looks exactly the same. So you're like, is that supposed to be her? Is she here to corrupt the people? But apparently
she doesn't have the branding because she gets branded by the Satanists.
Stamped.
But yeah, it's clearly it's the same. Clearly the same stamp they used on the first victim.
But the reason it's really weird, again, everything in the film is just off and weird. The reason it's really weird is you would assume that if there was an actual stripper performing, she would have got up onto the stage where the band were, and she would strip, but she doesn't.
And
she walks down into the crowd, walks through some of them, asking them to take, well, not even asking, they just start taking bits of her clothes off. She takes the rest off. The punk gets down on the floor when she takes her panties down and starts sniffing them. And then it smash cuts to outside. Somebody leaves the party with a mask on, and he takes the mask off and says, "What are you all doing out here? Didn't you know there was a stripper out there?" And like you said, he goes straight into a stand-up comic routine, which, by the way, is not funny.
No.
In any fucking way. But he can't be an act for the party because he's outside the party, talking to the few people who stood outside. And then later, the belly dancer with the snake is also outside the party.
I also think it's really important to say none of these three acts has any bearing on the plot whatsoever. They don't add anything. I suppose technically the stripper adds nakedness and the belly dancer adds a snake with a partially clothed woman. The comedian definitely adds nothing whatsoever to the sort of
any worth.
Well, you know, in a slasher movie, boobs, you know, that sort of thing does, whether you like it or not, draw in punters.
Well, here's the thing. Jag Mundra, after this, went on to become a prolific sexploitation director. A lot of his films are just based around the sexiness.
Yeah.
The question is, do any of them randomly have stand-up comics who just break into the scene and say, hey, what's the deal with airline food? Etc., etc. The whole film is utter nonsense and it's great for it. If you go into this film, like, trying to make any sense of it, you're going to have a rough time. But if you just go into this film and enjoy the stupidity that is this film, it's great. On that exact sort of note, the reason that doesn't work for the Time Guardian is there's no fun.
No, there's no fun. There's no
Everything
fun
in the Time Guardian
scenes.
is horrible and makes no sense, and people don't act like people, and the dialogue makes no sense. Which is exactly the same for this. Hack-O-Lantern makes no sense, but it's great.
Yeah. I think I would argue it makes a little more sense than the Time Guardian, and like there's more of a plot to sort of follow.
Oh, so this is outside the
Yeah,
party.
it's like just in a corner. For
Okay,
no reason.
that was a
Wait,
scene.
it's daytime.
No.
I think, I suppose, one other thing to mention, obviously, the mother is the killer. It
Somebody
turns out.
definitely saw Friday the 13th.
Yeah. But she's not really in the movie that much, and they clearly forgot to film a reveal scene, because after she's shot and she's running out of the party because she's still in the mask and you don't know.
Ooh, set up right at the beginning. Young Roger comes out.
Yeah,
to
bang, bang,
shoot
you're
her.
dead.
Yeah, and spoilers at the end, he shoots what they think is Tommy, turns out to be the mother.
And she dies.
Oh.
But before she dies, she runs quite a distance. So she runs away. She's running through the woods, so nobody bothers to chase her at all.
She has a very man-like bearing.
Yeah.
She has a very man-like silhouette.
And
a crazy wig for some reason.
Yeah, well, at one point she stumbles into a bush and literally pulls the hood off, and you don't see her face, you just see lots of hair, because she's got really long blonde hair. But her hair is very straight and neat and stuff.
And suddenly this wig's very dark brown in places. That looks like they've tried to bleach it.
And messy, and and then it cuts to her coming out of a bush, and it's actually her. You can see her face, and her hair is completely different.
Yeah.
And that's where Tommy finds her, and she dies on the grave of her husband in Tommy's arms. And
Okay. Sorry, I was reading the back of this, because I just realised I haven't actually read the back, because I already knew I loved this film, so I didn't read it. It actually outs him as 18 years old, Tommy. The 45-year-old, 18-year-old.
He can't be 18 because his younger brother... I mean, they're not twins. He's his younger brother, so that means... And he's a police officer, and he's fucking and drinking.
Yeah.
So he is not, like,
of legal age?
16. I don't think he is. I'm pretty sure... And Tommy is definitely not 18.
When Tommy was a boy, he saw his grandpa, named Grandpa, the leader of a vicious satanic cult. They're not that vicious, honestly, but it's fine.
Also, they established that it was 13 years ago his dad was murdered.
Yeah.
That would make him 5 in that scene with the kids. And there's no fucking way he's a 5-year-old. He is at least 8. So, yeah, I'm calling bullshit on that.
So, yeah. The leader of a vicious satanic cult murders his father in a brutal ritual. No, he doesn't. They smack him on the head with a hammer. That's not a ritual. Now Tommy is 18 years old, and Grandpa is ready to indoctrinate him into the ways of the black arts. He's supposedly been doing that his
I'm
entire
about to say
life.
he's been doing it his entire life. He's got a fucking shrine in his bedroom.
But as night approaches, someone dressed like a member of the cult, whose face is hidden behind a devilish mask, begins stalking and killing people connected to Tommy. Could it be Grandpa? Could it be Tommy? Or someone even more sinister behind those increasingly brutal murders? Increasingly brutal?
I suppose the first one was connected to Tommy and that it was his girlfriend, but the other ones are really more connected to his... They're distantly connected to him.
Distant.
In fact, the last one had nothing to do with him. She just hit on his brother.
Mm-hmm. No.
So...
unsuccessfully as well.
Yeah, I'm calling bullshit on everything on the back of that. There's no way he's 18.
Hack-O-Lantern is bullshit. So, Cisco, what was your favourite... actually, should we get the interns?
Yeah, they've had enough Halloween candy anyway.
Let's go get them. Well, looks like you got a good haul. We're finishing up now, so if you want to come through and give your final thoughts on Hack-O-Lantern.
No.
Cisco said he's got a special Halloween treat for you.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, let's go!
You can all eat all this yourself now.
Ooh.
Couldn't leave the light on like that. Terrify me.
I wouldn't be terrified.
I'm sure you would. Right, well, Danny.
Yeah?
Since you're on the far end, why don't you tell us what your favourite scene was? We'll start on you and move our way down.
Okay, so my favourite scene is very close to the beginning when... I already forgot his name. The kid's dad dies because his granddad burns his car, right? Well, he doesn't die. It's relevant. What happens? Like my favorite scene is when they light the car on fire. Then they cut to the kid looking through the window. Not just implying that he's looking at that, but also there's lights coming from the window as if there's a fire outside, meaning that they literally killed and burned his dad outside of their house, which they didn't because that's not where anything is.
No, the movie has an amazing way of accidentally implying things are right next to each other, because much like that, you've got the conversation about the brother when the two sisters are talking about the brother, and then it cuts to the brother and the mother having a conversation. But they don't stop the conversation, they just walk into the scene implying they were in the same room together talking about how much she's going to have sex with her brother. No. How much she's going to have sex with her brother, not her own brother. You know what I mean, it's all fine. Cisco, what's your favourite scene and why?
My favourite scene was... It's more just a line. Devil worshipping grandpa is talking to the grandson that's the cop. Grandpa's talking to Roger and he's like, what's the point if your grandpa can't have any fun on Halloween? It was an amazingly delivered line, which is just glorious. But then Roger says something back and then he goes, Kaji goo goo. I have no idea what he said, but that's all I heard.
Ain't you the good two shoes that gave me
Ain't you good Kaji goo goo.
He is amazing throughout, as we've said multiple times by this point. Meeks, what was your favourite scene?
My scene is probably where I can't remember the protagonist because Tommy, yeah,
he's called Tommy. Yeah.
But like, he has a dream
or a fantasy.
I don't know what dream. Whatever it is, he's like a rock and roll star. Playing
is
the
he
guitar.
Really the star?
He's not say he's the backup guitarist. He's the second
lead
guitarist.
He's like rhythm guitar in the background.
He's just swinging side to side and pretending he's playing the guitar anyway, or the electric guitar. and it just goes weird. Like this snake woman, or does she come out even with bones at first, and then she's got a snake, and then like they all start disappearing.
She has laser eyes that turn
yeah,
things into
she's got
small
like
Halloween prop things that hang on the symbols.
It just goes weird, and then you think she's gonna have sex with him, but she's actually stabbing him with a trident instead.
Sort of stabbing him, more placing it lightly against his neck
But
as
it
he crawls
looks like
backwards.
when it is like in the real world, it looks like he's having an orgasm rather than having a nightmare.
Well, that's the thing. We weren't sure if it was a fantasy, it was a dream, or if it was a sexual fantasy. And we still don't know.
No.
Multiple.
It plays no
viewings,
part in the film whatsoever.
No, it really doesn't. But it's clearly amazing.
Yeah, clearly. It's just wild. Oh, she can shoot lasers.
She's got lasers.
She's got Halloween shop prop lasers. Look.
Does he look as good out of his uniform?
Oh, I hope this isn't going to turn into something X-rated or illegal.
I hope it does.
Beth, I just don't think Roger's wild enough for you.
Oh, you want to meet Beth? Beth is wild.
Beth is wild. Unfortunately, Beth's wildness doesn't really go beyond inappropriateness, really.
No.
She's not so much wild like she's drinking and partying or something. She's wild because she will tell the sister, or rather ask the sister how good her brother is at sex, as if the sister would know. But apparently she does know, and she's like, oh, I think you're a little too wild for him. He's a little too vanilla. But anyway, so she snuck in on her in the bath and just ogled her naked. She's talked at length about having sex with her brother, and she finally wears the sister down. So the sister will introduce her to her brother, and not so much introduce her, but like nag him into having sex with her. So it finally happens in the most, inappropriate place and setting.
Very inappropriate.
Oh, God.
And as inappropriate as it is having sex on top of someone else's grave, what's fucking baffling and what makes the scene amazing is she comes to the sister, and the sister's like, oh, so did you have sex? And she's like, yeah. She goes, oh, how was it? Smash cut to her saying, right there. You see there? I had sex with him right there. Come on, have a look. Come on, have a look.
We did it right there.
Which is the setup for her to find her own boyfriend dead in the grave.
You're directly under where they'd just been
Oh, that's
fucking.
a spooky Jasper.
Oh, there's poops.
Hey, spooky Jasper. Hey, you coming to join us? Yeah, there's not much room. You coming? Come on. He goes, oh, I'm considering it. There you go. Oh, what?
I thought he was just going to come along
You're
for some reason.
expecting him to sit on you?
I thought he was just going to walk across us.
No, I don't think so. All right, well. Oh, there we go. Before we go any further, would anybody recommend this film? Before we decide which shelf it goes on? Should people go out and find this film, especially around Halloween time?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, I think it's yeah.
Yeah.
I enjoyed this film. I think it's great.
I think it's great to watch as a group.
Yeah, only as a
I
group.
wouldn't watch it
I think
on my
that's
own.
true of everybody.
Yeah,
that's true. So, yeah.
All right, Cisco, you've got a thing.
I do have a thing. So, as it's Halloween, and as we've got the interns, I've got a new thing for this week. So we've got some Halloween cookies. I've got some icing, and
is that a kidney? What is that supposed to be?
It's supposed to be a pumpkin, and one of them's just broken. So
I don't want the broken one.
Oh, Meeks! Everybody gets a cookie.
Right.
It's not broken.
Oh, thanks.
I'll have the broken one, and everybody gets a tube of icing.
That is so a kidney. Look at that. It's a kidney, right?
Well, mine is
Look, it's
mine
my
is
kidney.
definitely a kidney now because I've got.
Do you know
the
what?
top
If you put
here.
it together like that, it could be like a lung.
So everybody gets to...
pair of lungs.
You're talking over Cisco's bit. Cisco's gone out of his way to help you do
Oh,
something.
sorry.
So everybody gets to draw on the cookie to say what shelf it goes on.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
What happens if we draw a penis?
It goes in the shelf of penis.
Yeah, we have to create a new shelf of penis.
I think I could do this. Oh.
This is going to go perfectly.
Is this going to be how you everything? This is everything. Okay, I've written.
I'm still going.
Have you already written it? That's so fast.
I'm sure this is going to be in every.
You know, it's better than my normal handwriting.
Mine isn't. But then I wrote it really quickly because I thought everyone would be done, and I'm just sitting here now going, "Well, this looks really messy."
Oh, I just want to bite it.
You can't. After finish. Also, crafts. I'm trying to speed this up. Everybody?
I'm using it there.
I wrote it so quickly. It's messy as everything.
Sorry, I'm almost done now. It's really hard to write and squeeze.
Come on, Meeks.
I got it. Okay.
Okay.
I was going to add something else.
Okay, Danny, what shelf do you think it's going on? Try and show the camera without dropping it on the floor.
Sort of okay. With a ghost.
Ah, nice.
With a ghost. All right, Cisco.
Thing.
What?
Ah.
Meeks.
I thought it said Tamig.
Thing.
Okay, now you see, I wrote this so fast. I was done within the first 10 seconds with everyone else. I think it's sort of okay.
Ooh.
So it's a tie.
Okay.
It's sort of a tie.
Can I bite it?
Jasper, tiebreaker.
You go ahead, Meeks. I mean, we could have had graphics made of it. It's fine. You can eat your bloody thing. So, like, here's the thing. I have to sort of preface this with I really loved this movie. I first saw it many years ago, long before we had it on Blu-ray, and it was an immediate shelf of thing, right?
Yeah.
Haven't seen it since then. Watching it again, there was a lot of long pauses, waiting for the next bit to happen, and it just slipped below thing on subsequent watches.
I could see that.
If we watched this for like the first time for the show, if I hadn't seen it before, it would have been thing. It would have immediately been thing. But I'm afraid I can't. It's all okay. Sorry, everybody. I let everybody down, except Danny, who also thought it was so okay.
So what do we do?
It goes on sort of okay.
It has to be
thing needs to be unanimous, or if there's like four of us, it needs to at least be 3 out of 4.
Yeah, at least a majority.
So yeah, it goes on sort of okay.
Sort of gingerbread.
I added Pac-Man to my cookie.
Is that what that is?
I've eaten mine.
Yes, I know.
Yeah, I know. It sounds like shit.
Hopefully the sound is not going to be just us talking with Meeks chewing all the way through.
All right. Well,
I'm hungry. Don't judge me.
I guess that's that. Show you cookie Meeks. This was the ending shot. That's upside down.
Oh, is it? Shit, hang on.
Good job.
Got the tea.
Shelf of